Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya. Sam, thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. See, I am boldly standing in front of you. I'm not feeling, maybe I don't want to cry because no, this is not the time for it. And there is nothing like fear mongering. I want you to know that are you also ahead of time? They are about to roll back segregation. And you know what? I am really very happy for my people because they think they are gaslighting or being black people. You know what? It is your game. Black people, this is your game because there is nothing in that this thing that it is not. It is your time to play this game the best way you can play it. Black people will know where they put their black dot. At least let's know the people that are for you and who is against you. Let's know where you are supposed to enter and where you are not supposed to enter. You see all these stores, some of them are about to close down because they think they can wake up and mess around with my people. They do not understand the people that hold the purchasing power in America. It is black people. You see, no, let me tell us something. Play this game like it is your game because at this point in time, it is your game. They want to be crazy. Let's continue wilding. Let's continue wilding. They want in a place where you go to, it is black people or you see colored and all that. Wait, let me tell you something. You forgot that Black Wall Street and all those black prosperous communities that were prospering back then, that you all woke up one day to do what you did. You know what? Bring it back. Let's get into.
I'm sorry, y'all. I just laughed. I just, I'm sorry, y'all. I just laughed. We went from almost having a biracial black woman as the first of all of those categories to be president, all the way back to segregation in like less than 6 months. There's a reason why I laughed at this. It's a quick note from NPR that says because of the change of this administration, the federal government no longer explicitly prohibits contractors from having segregated restaurants, waiting rooms, and drinking fountains. Which I was wondering, I don't know, this is random, but we still using drinking fountains? I mean, that's cool. No shade to the drinking fountain users. Shout out to y'all and your thriving community. I was just wondering what was going on. A lot of experts are saying that these are largely symbolic moves, but the symbolism is deep and is picked up by the folks who would be looking for this sort of thing. But here's why I laughed. Y'all remember that one summer the black folks decided we weren't going to make up a dance for any of the trending songs? Y'all remember how funny that was? Like, what would these places be without us? Like, you're so upset. Oh, I don't want anybody who doesn't look like me in X, Y, and Z. Okay, cool. I guess. Like, I was listening the other day to a video of an elder talking about the desegregated lunch counter that he finally got to sit at, and he ordered the food, and the food was nasty. He's like, I did all of this. I did all this fighting to sit at this lunch counter just to eat nasty food. And I laugh because I'm like, what would any of these places be specifically without black people? Like, y'all hate black people so much that you will throw yourselves into a box of sameness. To do what? Just to say that? Meanwhile, almost everything that is good about this country is from marginalized communities, from the food, from the swagger, from the outfits, the art, the sayings, the film. And I laugh because what is essentially being done or suggested would only benefit marginalized communities because we'd be like, okay, we know where we're not wanted. We know where not to spend. We know where not to buy. You can ask Target about that. What would ultimately happen is that we would just support our own. It would unfortunately force us to support our own, which we needed to be doing in the first place anyway. That's a whole different video for another time. But we would just support our own. We will just thrive on our own. I'm not worried about this. I know that the lawyers and the legal folks have this situation like on lock, but it's just the efforts to march us back to a time where so many people weren't even viewed with any type of human dignity and respect, where the mediocre reigns supreme. But at least I'll know where I'm not wanted, because I'm only going to go where I'm wanted. I'm only going to support the folks who want me there. So have fun with this.
And don't be mad when we say bring back segregation, okay? Because look here, we need to come to an understanding that black people as a whole, we would rather go where we are wanted. We're not going to go where we're not wanted, and we would rather know where it is that we are not welcome. We would rather know where to not spend our money, who to not support. Okay? Y'all act like we wanted to be thrown in the mix with a bunch of narcissistic, abusive racists. That is never what we wanted. Just like Martin said, I fear I have integrated my people into a burning house. And that's exactly what is going on. The world is falling down around us. Y'all never wanted us in proximity to you. And we never wanted to be in proximity to y'all either. We just wanted equal opportunity. And the problem with how segregation was done is that y'all were never taught to unlearn your racial biases. Y'all were never taught to not be racist. Y'all were never taught to have empathy. Y'all were never taught to see us as equal human beings, deserving equal rights, deserving the same things that you and your generational wealth and everything that y'all had since y'all infiltrated onto this land. All right? Y'all were never taught to be deprogrammed. Y'all were never taught to deconstruct your beliefs, your racism, your anti-blackness, and your Christianity, because they go like this. It is what it is. But here's the thing. We don't mind separate but equal. Separate but equal. Very much that. So if Trump wants to go ahead and segregate us, which he is starting to do, I'm not against that. I'm okay with that. Because we, black people, black folk, we are the spending power in America. We hold the purse in America. We do. So when we stop spending our coin at places that are racist and anti-black, white people, what do you think is going to happen to y'all's businesses? What do you think is going to happen to the economy? Who do you think is going to be thriving? We saw it happen before. Y'all couldn't handle it. That's why we had things like Black Wall Street. There are so many race massacres, race wars that happened. So many. They're all listed. You can find them. Go Google them. Because white people could not stand when black people poured into our own communities and started thriving without pouring into white communities, without giving y'all our money. Because when we go where we are wanted, we thrive. And that's what majority of us would like to do. So go on, bring it back. Bring it on back. Separate, but equal. Let's have it.
So Donald Trump just brought back segregation. Yes, I'm saying that. He just brought back segregation. Segregation on bathrooms, on restaurants, on who to hire. That is part of removing DEI, okay? Let's do it. Bring back segregation. I want to know where the fuck I'm not welcome. I want to know where my money does not deserve to be put at. Because let's make this very fucking clear. Black people in America are the buying power. Y'all forget, we buy more than anybody else. I don't know why we do that shit, but we do. So let us know where the fuck we aren't welcome. Bring back segregation. I guarantee y'all gonna fuck up all y'all money. Because white folks don't shop like that. And when they do, they don't spend in middle class areas. It's the rich shit like Gucci and Prada. Not everyday hometowns. Go ahead and fuck yourselves up. Bring segregation back. Yup. Bring it on back. Let's see how this shit rides. You see what's going on with Target.
It's time to speak up. They're rolling back segregation. They are rolling back segregation. It is now no longer illegal to require separate facilities for people of different races. It is no longer illegal to say, here's the white water fountain and here's the colored water fountain. To be clear, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 is still in place and has not been disbanded. But we know what their goal is. There is always step one in a process, and we absolutely know what their goal is. They are rolling back segregation. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? Because this time, white people, we are the ones that are going to be on the front crossing that bridge. Do you hear me? We are the ones that are going to stand in the streets. Our Black countrymen have done their time at the front of the lines, and it is our turn. It is our turn to face the water hoses and to face the dogs and to face the tear gas, because we have let this happen. Not on my watch. Not while there is breath in me will we go back. Is anybody out there with me? Go love your neighbor.
We have some big news right now. Segregated facilities are no longer explicitly banned in federal contracts.
They're trying to bring back segregation. The Trump administration is bringing back segregation. They think we're going to get... I have never been more happy about a fucking story in my life. You cannot understand this. White Americans think we're going to get... Let me explain something, especially something everyone is learning under Trump. White America, for its existence, for its entire existence, white America has been incredibly mediocre. White America has been every aspect of their lives have been supplemented by the government. Land, you got it for free. House, you got it for free. Job, we'll give you a job. Money, white America has been supplemented for eons by its government to stay where it is. Black America, on the other hand, has been forced to be self-reliant. For context, in American history, during segregation was when Black America was financially at its greatest. During segregation was when Black America was financially at its greatest. They think they want... Trump has passed a law, right? You've seen it. They are bringing back whites only water fountains now, whites only waiting area, whites. They think we're gonna get hurt by this? Okay.
I need for you to come front and center and please share this video, especially if you're a federal contractor. Clause 52.222-21 of the FAR being the Federal Acquisition Regulation, is titled Prohibition of Segregated Facilities. And what this states is that the contract agrees that it does not and will not maintain or provide for its employees any segregated facilities at any of its establishments, and it does not and will not permit its employees to perform their services at any location under its control where segregated facilities are maintained. And segregated facilities mean like at work areas, restaurants, bathrooms, drinking fountains, transportation, housing. And you cannot segregate it based on race, color, religion, sexual orientation, gender identity, national origin as well. Now, this clause is removed from the FAR. This is a new change due to the Trump regime. So what this heinous government is saying is that this provision, this clause in the FAR will no longer be considered when making award choices or enforce requirements. Now, I think this is very symbolic in nature from Trump's administration, who happens to be an inherently racist administration. And people that are Black and brown, I feel like I have to constantly say this, he does not like you. Now, to be clear, these contractors still have to follow federal and state laws, which include Civil Rights Act of 1964. But we already know Trump is actively trying to dismantle that law. When Kamala Harris offered her vision that we're not going back, this is exactly what she was afraid of, that he will bring us back to the 1950s, in which the white people had the power and we were powerless. But they don't know us, right? Because we shall overcome. And once we get over this hump, the MAGAs are not going to like the consequences. I promise you that. You guys have a blessed day.
Oh, my people, we got to do better. We have to do some research. You have to do more than listen to the clickbaits. You have to do more than listen to 20-second videos. You have to do more. You have to start doing your due diligence before you come to the comments saying stuff like, I guess you also agree with the segregation he put back in place, budget cuts for veterans, Social Security, DEI, and it's not just for Black people. Whatever. I didn't finish reading everything because this triggered me for whatever reason. So let's get down to it. So did Trump bring back segregation? No.
Donald Trump did not bring back segregation in the sense of reinstating legally enforced racial separation as it existed in the United States prior to the Civil Rights Act of 1964. But what they did do was remove the specific clause from federal contracting rules known as FAR 52.222-21. If you want to go look it up yourself. FAR 52.222-21, which is the prohibition of segregated facilities, which had explicitly barred federal contractors from maintaining segregated facilities, which are restrooms, waiting rooms, or drinking fountains based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. This clause originated from a 1965 executive order by President Lyndon B. Johnson aimed at ensuring non-discrimination amongst federal contractors. This was all a part of his rollback of DEI. So what happened?
And they're trying
March 2025, today actually, March 18, 2025, the memo directed federal agencies to stop including this specific anti-segregation language in new contracts, aligning with Trump's broader agenda to eliminate DEI-related requirements. This is for contracts. This is not for the American citizens. This is specifically for contracts.
And they were so happy that Trump made gains with the,
segregation still remains illegal under federal and state laws, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which prohibits discrimination and public accommodations in employment. The removal of this clause does not legalize segregation. So get that out your head and stop telling people that. And as far as DEI go, black people were the last people to benefit from DEI. And there are some things that need to be cut. So yes, we need budget cuts. Regardless of where they come from, he's not cutting things that are benefiting people. He's cutting waste. That's it. Let it go. Leave it alone. Do some due diligence. Get your facts together. Stop being like this. Tragic.
I ain't even gonna hold you. Segregation was the best thing to happen for the black community. We had our own towns, our own hospitals, our own doctors. We started the paramedic services, you know it today. Black people have created so much shit. Segregation was absolutely amazing for the black community, especially the black community coming together. You know what happened, and you know the downfall of the black community was integration, because with integration, black people wasn't necessarily even living in white neighborhoods. It was a lot of black people and white people sometimes coming together, right? And then there was a lot of white people infiltrating black spaces. And there's a lot of now black people are overseen by these white governments instead of by the black governments they were previously overseen by. Black people was governed by black people was protected by black people, and then integration happened and black people was protected by white people. I'm just saying, I feel like segregation was better than integration, and before everything was desegregated, it feels truly separate but equal. If white people would have truly stayed in their own communities, if white people wouldn't have went out of their way to burn down black communities, I feel like segregation would have worked. And if you look at a lot of the black ancestors and a lot of the black people in the community who talked about times during segregation was a much better time for them than integration ever was. I think we got to bring back segregation.
You know, like this whole Trump trying to bring back segregation in segregated areas. They will ask Target. Tajay will tell you all. You motherfuckers want to mess with us. You will ask Target. You will also ask Walmart on Black Friday. You know, the new Negro. This breed here of the 21st century is 100 times different from the slaves that were taken from Africa. These ones have gone to school. They are empowered. They are strong. They are motherfucking smart and very talented. You want to segregate us? Yeah, we will carry every motherfucking thing. We'll take the NBA. We'll take everything. You want to see Noah Lyles for Olympics? No, he's not running on the white side. He will be on the... Yeah, we might actually have the Republic of Black America.
Y'all are fucking messing with what you don't even know. Companies are on their knees. Target is on its knee. Huh? Walmart also took a deep dive. Financial cuts. Walmart saw a decrease, I think it was 10%. There was a time the stocks were really down. And y'all want to bring segregation? You know what? I look forward to that because at least we'll have clean bathrooms. Yeah, I said that, yeah. But anyway, I'm just, trying to reiterate that the new Negroes are so different from the slaves. Yeah, you want to try that shit? Bring it on. Bring it on. Knowing so well that we motherfucking spend more than every demographic in this country. Bring that shit on.
Trump's so anti-DEI, he wanted to bring back segregation. Black MAGA. Is this what you were talking about? You wanted segregation to come back? Is that what you were hoping for? I told y'all, it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better. And it all comes down to the simple fact. 4 years, there will not be a white majority. And they're trying to do everything they possibly can do. Because what has it been shown? It's like, that's the reason why he has such a soft spot for the white South Africans. Because what happened when the black majority realized they had a fucking majority? They took back power. They don't want us to realize the power that we have in this country. It's the reason why they're sucking up. And they were so happy that Trump made gains with the Hispanics and some black men. Because they're saying we need people to join the cause of self-hate. So that we, the current white majority, soon to be white plurality, white minority, can put some fucking rules in place. So these black people, these Hispanic people, these Asian people, yeah. So they don't realize, oh shit, I gave up my motherfucking power.
Good afternoon. I don't know if you guys heard the fabulous news of segregation coming back. That was rage bait, right? Because they want y'all to get back out there, but little do they know, we don't want to be by them. Now, we've seen the demise of many of businesses when we snatch back that black dollar. And so what's going to happen now is we're going to continue doing what we were doing. Yes, God, okay? Stay focused. We've been building community. Now we dead ass don't have nobody but our community. Okay? Follow me, y'all. They're going to ruin
This is all I got from this video. And man, oh my God. I mean, this is not like the days I start and maybe I am tearing up. No, I am not tearing up because when my people said it is okay, you wanted to bring this on, bring it on. These people really do not even understand what they are doing. They do not understand that black people have the purchasing power when it comes to America. They don't understand. This man, I don't know who, like I've been saying this, who is advising this man? Who is his advisor? Let me tell you something. You see this man is absolutely right to the sea. He is delivering everything he said he was going to deliver. And you see this segregation. I remember so hard that black people talked about this so much last year, right? And I remember it was Byron Donald. Byron Donald that went for interview and was like, black people were more like, black families were more better during segregation and all that. I understand that black communities were thriving, but the trauma that came with it back then was really a whole lot because like literally black people were not so free. But at this point in time, I think black people are okay. When I say okay, it was not back then, when it happened that your ancestors were looking for a way to navigate through this, everything. Thank God they laid the foundation for for their own. And now you all have been able to seeing how they navigated it and know how you can maneuver it too. Because sometimes I sit back and I am like, man, really thank goodness for them because They really had to put up a lot, I mean, with a whole lot, just for you to have majority of the things you have today, education and the rest of it. Now that you literally have some certain things in a platter of gold, I don't mean like everything, but I mean you have like, the education, you got it, you have like, you are intelligent and you can express yourself so well, and you really have seen it all, right? So it is easier. I don't know why but I think it is way better, easier for us to navigate through everything. Now it is time to bring back our own Wall Street and all that. But now I am a little bit scared. Why am I scared? Because, history has a way of repeating itself, Black people might still have that community, build it and all that. And you wake up one day and you find out that something happened, because this is not new. When something happened to you, sometimes you sit back and you want to reflect on it. This is also me reflecting on the Black prosperous communities that are no more, right? But I really don't know. But what I am saying so far is whatever they are ready to bring at this point in time. I am not going to start crying or start saying, don't bring back anything. No, bring whatever you want to bring. At least let Black people know who is for them and who is not for them. You all think it's a joke. Like the other lady said, you think you want to mess around with this 21st century of Black people. Not anymore. Not anymore. They should go and ask Target what is happening to their cells and all that, and other people. It looks like these people are not ready to learn. They are not even learning at all. That is just the worst part of it. It looks like their brain is not even like, accelerating some certain things. Because somehow somebody woke up and said it is segregation in 2025. I don't know, but it's shocking. It is shocking that somebody would think of this. Somebody thought of it and said, you all already know how prepared. Like, I love my people. Why did I say that? I said this because you all saw this in ahead of time. Because I saw a whole lot of you already screaming since when, bring back segregation. Like you also see, I don't know, but one thing I know for sure is that you all know how to play this game. It is your game at this point in time. I don't care what anybody say. It is your game. You are going to play it the best and get the best out of it. This is Black game. Yeah. They think they want to be smart this time around, or they want to be messy. Let's continue to be messy. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.